Hi, I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. I keep getting all these comments asking what sounds better on the Boss Katana. Do you have the master up full or do you have the channel volume up full? And according to some people, Boss are recommending that you turn the master up full and you control the sound of the amplifier from the channel volume. Now, while this can work, and I understand why some people might think this sounds better, when you're in a gig situation and you've got, say, like your patches set up, just say using 4 patches, you get to a gig and the overall volume of your guitar has to be controlled a little bit. You have to turn it up. So you go to your master, you turn it up. Now, all of those patches have now increased in volume, which is great. That's the way you should be working. But if you do it the other way, you're going to have to go back into all of your patches and start playing around with the volume levels. So what we're going to do in this video today is to hopefully bust the myth of it sounds different if you have your volume lower and your master higher, or it sounds different if you have your master lower and your volume higher. So let's see what happens. Now you know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe and you'll be notified of any future videos that come out from the Studio Rats. And thank you to everyone that's bought me a coffee. I really do appreciate it. If you want to buy me a coffee, you can do in the link below. Right, let's get started. Just to make it completely fair, what I'm going to do is to record a really simple riff into a loop pedal, and then we're going to play that riff via the loop pedal into the Katana at all the different settings. So let's do that first. Now what we're going to do is to go through all the different settings to see what sounds best. So the first example, we're going to use the 100 watt mode. The master's going to be on full and the volume's going to be around here somewhere. Now this is louder than bedroom volume, so hopefully it's going to give us quite a good representation of the sound. Let's push play on the looper pedal. Okay, so that's a 100 watt setting. Let's bring it back to the 50 watt setting and let's turn up the volume. And let's push play on the looper pedal. Okay, third example, let's go to the 0.5 watt setting and let's bring the volume up to about there so it matches. So in the room, all of those sound pretty much the same. I couldn't tell you if the volume was much lower and it was on the 100 watt setting, or if the volume was on the 5 watt setting at a much higher volume setting. It sounds pretty much the same. So we're on the 0.5 watt setting. Let's bring the master back to about there and let's bring the volume up to about there. Let's hear that. So initially in the room, that does sound different, but to me, it sounds better. So let's see how it sounds now on the 50 watt setting. Let's bring the volume back. And lastly, let's go for the 100 watt setting and let's bring the volume right back. Okay, what I'm going to do now is to go in and make sure that all of those levels are exactly the same loudness, and then we'll see which one sounds best. I've listened back to the audio and there is actually a small difference. Now, when I said earlier that I preferred the sound of when the master volume was down, in the room it was a little bit duller, a little bit more easy on the ears because there wasn't that bright, harsh frequency smacking you in the face. Now, listening back to the recording, when I brought back the master, it did lose a little bit of clarity. So you listen to the recordings and it is a bit brighter with the master on full, a little bit more clarity, let's say. But is there a massive difference? I don't think so. And I think all of these forum posts where people are saying, no, your master must be on full and you control the level from the volume, it's such a minimal thing. Maybe you guys have had different experience and you can send me some examples where, you know, there is a much bigger difference between the two settings. But for me, I wouldn't worry about it. I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. I hope you guys got something out of that. Don't forget to like and subscribe and you'll be notified of any future videos that come out from the Studio Rats. I'm Paul and I'll see you next time. Cheers.